Hello guys, how's it going? In this tutorial, I wanna talk about a simple phishing attack, which I just simply use HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to perform this. Honestly, there are a lot of tools out there which you can use to perform a phishing attack, but nowadays there are some problem for them, like there is no like a lot of port forwarding things like Nginx, what was the name of that? Honestly, I don't remember. The name of that was. I don't even remember honestly. Well, let me search. Phishing tools GitHub. Is it port forwarding for the phishing stuff? Let me see. Port forwarding for phishing. What was the name of that? Not this one. The name of that was I don't remember. However, I'm gonna show you anyway. But however, there are like lots of hacking tools out there in GitHub which you can use to perform phishing attack. But most of them they use the port forwarding. But nowadays those port forwarding are not going to work very well. For example, Cloudflare, uh, like before, like I think like 1 year ago or maybe I don't know 5 months ago, they can use Cloudflare for port forwarding stuff to use it for like phishing attacks. But right now, I know there is a problem. I don't know exactly what kind of problem, but I remember there was a problem that you couldn't use it. But even if you use it, it's just going to show you the alerts, like show the victim after opening the link. It's just going to show the victim kind of alerts to make sure that victim know what kind of website he's opening and what's just going to redirect the victim, something like that. But there are like lots of port forwarding. One of the port forwarding which was so like popular. Legit, I'm just trying to get that, find that because like that one right now, like most of the phishing tools use that port forwarding, which I don't know the name of that. DTT phishing Fisher, yeah. Fisher, that was one of the tool which is so popular for phishing attack, but you just use the port forwarding, which right now, yeah, here you go. Localhost, crossfire, local. Okay, these three. Localhost definitely just going to work, but it's only for local. Cloudflare is not going to work very well. There is a problem, and local X. I don't know about this one honestly. But I know the Cloudflare I told you, but not these. Like there was another port forwarding, like in this Z Fisher, there were like four port forwarding like methods. Cloudflare, I don't know, Cloudflare is a port forwarding or another technique, but anyway, you just use Cloudflare method, local export, which I don't know, and the other thing. And the name of that was uh like this one, I think I remember. This one, NG, yeah, NG-Rock, yeah, NG-Rock. This one, it's a port forwarding stuff. Like some hacking, some phishing tools use this method, this technique to perform a port forwarding, and so that they can send the phishing link to their victims around the world so they can open it. And that was free, but right now I know it's not going to work, and I don't remember exactly for what reason, but I know it's not going to work, or even it's just going to work, you have to pay for that. But I know like there are a lot of problems out there which kind of make it kind of a little bit harder to perform a phishing attack. So I thought to myself, why not? When I know there are some hacking tools out there in the GitHub which are free and they're not working very well and they have a lot of problem out there like behind them, behind those hacking tools, so I'm going to write it by myself and it's just not going to even takes like more than 20 minutes, you know. So I wrote the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript code which can help me to perform a phishing attack, for example for Instagram. If I'm as you can see, we have CSS and index.html script here. If I'm going to open the index.html code here, we are going to see how it's just going to looks like. and it's kind of same as Instagram login page. And like we have 2023 Instagram from Meta, blah 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 blah, whatever. If you want to find this, like this code, there are a lot of like, okay, if I'm going to search here, login page of Instagram, for example, HTML, CSS. So you can find, you don't even need to try to code it by yourself. You can find it, for example, in this website, as you can see. This is HTML code, and this is CSS code, and even JS, which is not here. So here, and we can see the like login page, but there is a forgot, which in real Instagram we don't have that. So it's not a good idea to use this. But however, if you want to find a HTML CSS code which is for login page of Instagram, you can just simply use Google and find it. But what's gonna happen if user gonna just write their username and password and log in? Hacker need to get the username and password, right? Because that's the meaning of phishing. The meaning of phishing is for stealing information. Victims, they are going to log into Instagram or doing something like that, and they are going to enter their sensitive information, and at the end, behind this process, it's just going to send it to the server of hacker. It can be like the email, it can be like the HTTP server, for example, it can be like Telegram bot even. So the main things is that right now, as you can see, like the appearance of that, it's a login page. We have an Instagram logo kind of here, and it's kind of a little bit, and even we have some like link stuff, Google Play. Even if I'm going to open it, I can see this, uh, and even 2023 Instagram from. However, you can from Meta. However, you can simply like modify this script, make it better, make it like more legit, right? But the most important thing after this, there are like two things. First, port forwarding, and as I told you, my opinion, it's not port forwarding anymore. Like, don't use port forwarding. If you wanna, like, my opinion, just try to buy like, or use some free hosting stuff and upload your script inside that, or just buy a like cheap price hosting and don't give them any like personal information, because after you steal some users information like username and password, you don't want to get caught, right? However, it's only for educational purpose, and I'm not saying like you guys go and do performing like phishing attacks and stealing it. That's not a good idea, and that's not too easy. Honestly, you have to use social engineering skill to do that. But what I'm saying is that even if black hat hackers they want to do that, they're not going to buy hosting. Like if they even want to buy hosting, they're not going to give them personal information, or even if they give them a personal information, they're going to give them fake personal information. What I'm saying is that like there are like three methods out there to upload or perform phishing attacks. First, you can use a port sorry, I was trying to say port I don't know why. First, you can try to use a port forwarding techniques, which are like port forwarding free, like out there. But you have to make sure, you have to test all of them to make sure which one is better, which is just going to work better, and blah 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 whatever. And the second one is what I was trying to say. The second one is about hosting, you know, and it can be like the free hosting, which one of the popular website is 00 web host, I think. Actually, 00 web host, yeah. This is a free hosting, but that's not a good idea to use it, honestly, because I use it already, and it just worked. But the problem was that when the phishing link just get open, here at the bottom we can see the a little bit of background of the page, the logo of web host, which I don't want that. Which we don't want that, because if user see that, he's going to understand, yeah, it is a fake login page, right? So, however, I'm just saying, you can buy your hosting with a cheap price and don't give them any personal information, or if you give them fake information, just give them fake information, or use some free hosting stuff. However, and now, yeah, I was just trying to tell you about the another like disadvantages or something, but okay, I changed my mind. Right now, after you find that techniques, port forwarding or hosting free or cheap price, after you do that and you buy it or you sign up for the free or even you find a port forwarding technique or uh like because there are lots of port forwarding website out there like NGROG, one of them, or even you can use Cloudflare. But I'm saying based on my experience, that's not a good idea anymore. In the past, yes, but right now, it's not going to work very well for you guys because most of the people around the world, like in the past, most of the hackers, even people who they were not hackers, they were like escape kiddos, they use it and they steal they just stole the information of users, and so right now it's not the good way to perform a phishing attack. So after that, after you do something and you fix your problem, you buy hosting or whatever, you wanna do something to this page after user open the link, which is a phishing link, and enter the user and password. The user and password is going to send to your server. It can be HTTP server or whatever, or even Python like Python server, Python HTTP server, PHP HTTP or whatever. It can send to your email, it can send to your Telegram bot, it can send to your Discord, it can send to your like GitHub comment, you know. Even it can send to your GitHub, but I don't remember how you can perform it, but it's not too hard. However, it's completely up to you guys what do you want to do, Hannah, and how you want to get the information and how you want to steal the information, whatever. But what I did, the only thing which I did, if I'm going to right click view page source, we have the HTML code, but at the end there is a small, very, very small JavaScript code here, which will help me to get the user and password value and send it to my Telegram bot. And as you can see here, we have x http.open get, and this is the Telegram, and this is the token of my Telegram bot. So whenever users submit their username and password, which is it's kind of even, right? Whenever you users submit that, it's just going to send it with the x http.open. Just going to send it to my Telegram bot, and I'm going to get it. And I can simply change the token of yourself here, and so you are going to get the user and password of your victim in your own Telegram bot. And it's kind of uh, like like a good way because everybody can um, just create a Telegram bot with the fake information or whatever. And but the bad thing is that here we have a chat ID, so they can find you if they're smart enough. And another bad thing is that if the person who is just going to open the link, go to a VPSOS and know a little bit and have the background of programming, and the person just analyze the code, is just going to understand, yes, there is a JavaScript code which is a kind of malicious, and it is for malicious it is for malicious purposes, and it's just going to send the information to his token, blah blah blah, whatever. So my opinion, it's to perform this using Python like Flask, because it's in the backend and no one can see that and no one can make sure if it's fake or not, right? Because the code is in the backend. But here, the JavaScript code, it's on the front end, and everyone can just simply go and inspect element and see view pastors and see the code and analyze that, and then finally understand how it's just going to work. So right now, if I'm going to go to my Telegram bot, because I want to show you, let me make sure if it's just recording right now, because I don't want that to get stopped. Please don't stop. I think it just didn't stop because I'm using this Google Admin Toolbox screen recorder, which I didn't use it so far. This is my first time. Okay. Security shop. Yeah. This is my Telegram bot. The token which I show you. Let me 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 show you. The token which I show you already. Like here, we have a token. Like this token. This token here. This token is the security shop token. It is this token. Right now, imagine that you upload your HTML, CSS, you already upload your HTML CSS code inside your web hosting or whatever, and get the link and finally send a link to your victim. And whenever victim open the link, you're just going to see that, oh, it's a login page, it's kind of legit. Okay, let me write my username and password actually div 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and log in. Okay, nothing happened. Log in, nothing happened. Log in, nothing happened. What's going on? Right now, I'm going to go to my Telegram and I'm going to see, yes, hacker get the username and password. Actually, Dev. Let me, okay, do this. Okay, here, Actually, Dev, the password. Username, Actually, Dev, the password. Username, Actually, Dev, the password. If I'm going to enter more, like here, as you can see here, we have like more, lot of time. Here we go. Like a lot of Actually Dev and password. And then if I'm going to change it to, for example, I'm a hacker, something like that, and some, words and enter, and I'm going to get it here. I'm hacker, blah blah blah, with the spaces here. So we simply get it, and nothing happened. We see the information of our victims and whatever. And another problem which maybe you are going to get if you want to perform a phishing attack is that right now I'm in the desktop and my screen up to based on my device is different. Maybe you're just opening, or maybe victim. Oh, somebody is calling me. I don't want to answer right now. Sorry. Okay. Maybe your victim just going to open it via phone. Maybe just going to open it via laptop or from their PC, which they have like big screen or whatever. So if you are not going to make the HTML CSS code kind of responsive, the victim just going to open the page like that, something like that, and they're going to be like, "Sorry, but what the fuck is that?" You know what the fuck I'm saying? It's like, what is that? Because based on their screen, the page is just going to change. The problem of this is that it's like your HTML CSS code, it's not responsive, and it's not responsive enough. So based on the devices, they have a different. They are going to see this login page in a different way. Like some devices like that, based on their size. Some devices like that. Some devices even like that. It's completely depend. So what do you want to do? You want to do something in your HTML code which will help you to make it kind of responsive. So whoever opened this page, browser is just going to understand about the size of the device, and then it's just going to make this page like in a good way for the user. Not like, for example, like as you can see, like 25% here, not like for example 150% here, or not like I don't know, 500% here. Okay, browser just going to understand, yes, the device screen size is like that, so I'm going to make this page like in a best way. So it's what is the best way? The best way is 100%, like in a good, based on the device screen. That's what I'm saying. How you can fix that? If I'm going to open up my like HTML code, or even here UP source, simply the only thing which you got to do is that simply we have a head tag. Inside the head tag, simply add this code: meta name viewport content blah 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 whatever. Here, let me show you. Meta name, viewport content, and we have like wide and wide device dash wide and initial scale 1. This code, if you're going to add this code in your head tag in your HTML code, it's just going to make the browser to understand what's the size of the device and make my page to be like to looks like good for the victim, or for the person who opened the link. And the person who's going to open the link is not going to see the login page, like from, like, like so zoom or so zoom out. It's going to be like good. So simply use this code and put it inside the head tag. It's just going to help you to do that. Yeah, I just explained everything. Honestly, I hope you love this tutorial, because I just tried my best to explain you everything. However, it's for educational purpose. The only reason which I'm recording this video is about educational purpose. You have to learn something. You have to understand how hackers can simply perform phishing attack, and how it can be so easy, because as you can see, it's not even hard. You just need to know a little bit of HTML. Even if you don't know HTML CSS, but you know what is HTML CSS, what HTML CSS is, you can simply search on Google, or even you can simply use ChatGPT and ask, please write me HTML CSS code for the login, which is the same as login page of Instagram. And then simply modify that script, and then use JavaScript to perform phishing attack. Or even use like backend, if you know Python Flask, Python Django, whatever, to make that HTML CSS for the malicious purpose or whatever. That's what I'm saying. The reason which I'm recording this video is for educational purpose. I just want to show you how easily hacker can steal your information. How it can be so easy. Legit. You will spend 20 minutes. You can do it. That's not too hard. And the problem is not. It's not like, okay, some people. I'm going to say 90% of the people, they know they don't have to enter their sensitive information in any untrusted website or whatever, or they have to see the URL, or they have to, so I'm going to say like 90% they know. What about those 10%? Hackers are not going to focus on those 90%. Hackers are going to focus are going to focus on a whole of the people around the world. For example, they have like 1 billion or 1 million, or I don't know, 10,000 or 100,000 emails and phone numbers, and they are going to send a phishing link to them. With the social engineering skill, they are going to pursue them to enter the link, to open the link, and to enter the user and password. That's what I'm saying. I hope you love this tutorial. Like before, don't forget to subscribe my channel, like this tutorial. If you have any question, comment me below. And if you love this kind of tutorial, please let me know in comments. So I'm going to share it like more, because me, I don't share this kind of things, because honestly, it's kind of for, it's not hacking. I don't call it hacking, because phishing, it's not even hacking, honestly. It's not even hacking, because it's not even for escape kiddos, because it's so freaking easy, and it's just going to abuse from the people who are not knowledgeable. That's what I'm saying. Hacking is not that. Hacking means breaking. Legit means breaking something, but it's not going to break anything. Just going to abuse from the people who are illiterate, who are who don't know technology, who don't know this kind of thing, who just trust everybody like easily. That's what I'm saying. And I'm going to record a like 2-minute video about this Google as well, Google tool as well, because that's kind of cool, honestly. Just